We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Denver. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. That's quickly out to Jefferson.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Big snap on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
What up, Tom? How's it going, Tom?
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Broncos.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick
I got a pretty good schedule
get vertical right
this
down
year,
the
guys.
Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On 1st down, they'll stick with Harvey. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 1. A run once more. That's Harvey. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal. Trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the one, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off. In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss. It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That one is complete.
Fuck.
And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Ready, break. Go, Reed. Go. Ready. Go.
Throwing now from the gun. He connects with Jordan Addison. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Minnesota.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run go. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. In motion, it's Jefferson.
Check. 18, 5 in. Cut 19.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
In motion, it's Jefferson. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. He'll stay on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Exiting the pocket right, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Vikings. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
Shit. He converted. I knew he was doing that fucking RPO. I knew he was doing an RPO. That's all he's doing is hitting me underneath. He's not going up high. Everything's a drag route or an RPO. QB sneak.
But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession.
Keeping it very simple, very much in front of him.
Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it'll be 2nd down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Straight ahead throws Harvey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Motion. To the right, yep. Bombers.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now, fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10.
65.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Okay,
and
ready? Here we go. Back to 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. This is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10.
7-yard line.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Two-minute warning coming up.
RPO, quick throw. There's Sutton. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the give, it's Harvey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll complete that to the rookie from Auburn. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Down to the 10. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Denver. It's his second touchdown of the year. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is is an impressive play run after the catch.
Makes the score. Broncos 10, Vikings 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Panther and left, 70.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
First and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Now this time he'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Huge mistake, right in the half. It is intercepted.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
First and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
On second down, it's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Denver first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
A first down throw for Nix. That's caught by Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. 45-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Vikings 45-yard line.
Again, it's Harvey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Broncos.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
On second down, Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A 1-yard pickup brings up third and 8.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down.
Bombers. Captain.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Denver first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Throw it. Nix. He goes right back to Sutton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards.
It is second and 6.
Second and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Harvey. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Harvey, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
We're trying to pick it up with Harvey. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him after 2.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight.
That's
They set
2
themselves
goal
up
line
here to
stands
defend
right there.
a fourth and goal try.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos will extend their third-quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
On the ready. 70 symbol, 19 sight, 19, ready. Cougar, my warrior, 70, 79 gross.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Let's go. Mustang 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go.
Here's a design run. They'll take this forward for about 5.
Hurry, hurry.
From the 48-yard line. Here's second down and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Craig Greenlaw in on the tackle.
50, 50, 7 value, 7 value.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let go. Steady.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case,
And he will
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. He just threw it up.
Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Riker down on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Vikings will cut it to a 2-point lead. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face second down and 7.
Away, away. Oh, I said.
Throwing is Nix. Short pass taken in by Knox. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Oh, I said. Hey, show. Ready. Right here.
Handoff now for Harvey. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, I said.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here's Nix to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
Son of a bitch.
Some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Nick's going to throw for it. That is...
What the fuck, guys?
They couldn't get the...
That was wide open.
Going to give the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Forced out wide. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's followed up after a gain of a yard.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Go check. Go check.
Ready. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now he'll work his way out right.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone.
I didn't see what happened. If he slipped or he fell.
For a huge 4th down stop.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Off balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Denver 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Hold on, set. Ready. Hey, Sean, let's go.
On the give, this is Harvey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He finds Mims. It's complete.
Caught it. He fucking caught it.
The clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Hold on, set. Ready. Right here, right.
A run with Harvey. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos.
Marvin Mims' catch saved the game right there. That was the game-winning catch.
Stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. It's up and good. The Broncos will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
You already know he's going no huddle. He's going no huddle. He's got him. One timeout.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll drop to throw. Forced out wide. He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And a good return here as he is out of bounds up at the 45.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop.
Damn, he's blowing that line of scrimmage up, dog. I mean, destroying it.
Keep them off balance.
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. This one all but over. Here's 3rd down.
Ready. Right here, right. Captain.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Bombers.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Come on. Set.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. That will do it.
That was close. That felt close. That felt tight.
So Mile High salutes all around.
Oh, good game, Griff.
And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.
All right, let's look at the numbers real quick. If anybody's interested. Let's see. Bo Nix, 1 touchdown, 0 INTs, almost 200 yards passing. 17 for 22. That ain't too bad. Rushing, Harvey, 21 for 83 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, Harvey, 4 for 42. Vikings, Hardy, 4 for 34. Broncos, Sutton, 34 for 34 yards. Hardy got a touchdown, and Addison got a touchdown. Coleman got a big touchdown in the first half. That was a great play by Coleman. We're going to have to get him more involved, period. Sutton played good. Mims got a huge fucking third down conversion. Kept the chains moving on that final drive to win the game. No sacks. Wow, Mims with the pancake? Damn, he put someone down. Wow, 2 receivers put some guys down. Damn. Oh, we had Josh on his toes all day. Interception by Franklin. That was in the first series, his first series. Chris with the INT. We got Noah Hafanga. I can't pronounce his name still. He got an INT. That's a wrap, guys. That's a wrap. Cool. We're done.